A man cut his finger with a ring, then flicked his hand casually, and the blood transformed into the shape of an umbrella. When he picked it up, it instantly turned into the form of a hedgehog. This was the power of the Oni clan, controlling blood. The teenager before him, having witnessed his father being killed as a child, would lapse into an unconscious monster form. The man had come specifically to teach him how to control himself. When the teenager opened his eyes, he found himself tied to a chair. Beside him, a man in roller skates was doing handstands and push-ups. Seeing the teenager wake up, the man picked up a board and began explaining the structure of this world. The teenager also learned that the person who killed his father was part of that organization. The man invited the teenager to ask questions, but the teenager erupted into wild shouting. The man decided to make the teenager recognize his own strength. He used his tie to tightly strangle the teenager's neck. As suffocation set in, the teenager's eyes filled with bloodshot veins, and blood began to seep from his face. At that moment, the blood on the ground turned into spikes, and the man was knocked backward. The teenager slipped into his unconscious form, brandishing a Gatling gun to attack the man. The man used his blood to form an umbrella, and when the teenager charged at him, he was knocked down with a single strike. Regaining consciousness, the teenager saw the state of his arm. The room was riddled with craters from the earlier attack. The man told him that his umbrella was the product of mastering his abilities. Shocked, the teenager stared at the man, knelt down, and begged to be taught how to control blood. The man decided to give him an exam. He demonstrated blood control, and the teenager watched intently. He ran toward the man. Just as the man thought the teenager had lost his senses again, the teenager suddenly jumped into the air, transforming his blood into a gun. But the shot backfired, sending him flying, while the man casually crushed the bullet with his hand. The teenager struggled to maintain his composure, avoiding losing control. The man, somewhat surprised by his success, agreed when the teenager begged again to be his student. The man gave the teenager a set of clothes and told him to report to the classroom, then kicked him inside. The other students in the room, like the teenager, were there to learn blood control. The teenager kept making noise, so the man stormed in to warn him, silencing everyone else as well. He led them to the playground, announcing a game of hide and seek. Anyone caught would be expelled. The students tensed up.